Spawns reversed. We'll go on to that scene. Right, so game 1 of this best of 3 series between A7 and MNF. MNF and the green team will be running Double Ohio, Double Des Moines, Goliath, Moskva, Marceau, Z52, and Shimakaze. What have you got heading for A7?
I've got an Ohio, Republic, Triple Des Moines, Moskva, Gearing, Marceau, and a Harugumo.
That's a lot of Des Moines. It's pretty standard for this map.
Yeah.
General quarters.
The interesting Republic pick again.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
It's actually not that rare on this map. The idea is to get it as fast as possible to the 1-2 line and try to get shots. Slowly push up and try to get shots on the probably Des Moines. It's just gonna sit in A.
He is running that beautiful space camo as well. You know, Paris. Which means
yeah, those disabled. Feels bad.
Why would you disable them? We're going to be casting cuts competitively. We need to see all of the things.
I mean,
we need to be the new Verizon camera. We need to just take up some extreme close-ups of ships, right? And then not actually tell you what's going on with the game. You're just going to have this side view of a Des Moines dropping its depth charges.
Nice. One of my viewers is complaining about you. He caught you playing CV last week.
He has no evidence of this. That's a lie. So anyway, let's have a look at these initial deployments. Over at the A cap, we're going to be seeing that the green team of MNF will be sending a Des Moines up and around the top. We're going to be taking a very safe approach to that A cap. They're also going to be sending a Marceau and a Shimakaze, a second Des Moines, and an Ohio. B cap, they're leaving relatively empty. They might send that Shimakaze down that way, but I'm unsure about that from now. And then over at the C cap, we're going to be sending a Z52, Moskva, Goliath, and the Ohio.
We might get a restart here.
Why is
Ships
that?
are slowing down.
Oh dear.
Like the entire A7 side just froze.
Yep, everybody appears to be stopping. It looks like we will be getting into a restart of this game as soon as everybody actually manages to get themselves the fuck out of the training room. Yep, there we go. We will have our first restart of the day. It's fine. It's not like we're on a schedule or anything. We'll put you back onto the next map scene. Okay, so Henning, what are the most common reasons for restarts in your experience?
Server overloaded.
That's not a restart. That doesn't even start the game.
Someone not loading in, usually.
Yeah, usually it means that somebody has been fucked over by wargaming. It looks like it was one of the MNF players. Marceau had issue click no shoot idem for boost.
Is it like one of the guys that like try to unbind ASW stuff, and he accidentally unbound left mouse button from shooting because apparently it happened to someone?
Yeah, that would be one of the throw guys. Yeah, yeah.
Pain.
Suffering. Imagine getting knocked out of the tournament because your Marceau unbound his mouse button.
So I think I fixed the Twitch drop thingy on my channel, so that's working now.
Yay!
So we can actually get drops on my channel now.
Alright, remember, you will get disqualified if you use anti-submarine warfare, so don't drop any of those, Henning.
I mean, I'm not playing.
I mean, yeah, but you can use the you can use it anyway. So, reminder to those viewers who are popping in from who are currently watching on the official World of Warships channel. If you would like to get Twitch drops, you will not be eligible to get them on the official channel. You need to click through to one of the channels that it's hosting. So come on over to twitch.tv/Painzor and you will be eligible to get that Twitch drop container featuring collection items, which will allow you to get progress towards a TS7 premium ship. And if you already have the TS7 premium ship, instead you'll get the Tier 8 North Carolina's Permacamo for the King of the Sea collection. The King of the Sea North Carolina Permacamo. That's really hard to say. We're just waiting on the last few A7 guys to re-ready up. Oh wait, apparently everybody is ready, but there's like a bug in the training room. We can't actually see the readied up players. And we're going to get back into the game, back onto the spawns reverse scene, Henning.
Alright, let's try again.
We will try again. Attempt number 2 of this first game in this best of 3 series between A7 and Marine Nationale Francais will be taking place on Land of Fire. Green Team Alpha MNF will be running Double Ohio, Double Des Moines, Goliath, Moskva, Marceau, Z52, Shimakaze.
Yep. About right, and A7 is still running the same as well with Ohio Republic, Triple Des Moines, Moscow, Gearing, Maso, Harugumo.
Very fun lineups. So, we didn't actually talk about the Haragumo at all, but we did talk about the Republic. The Republic, you said, was going to be shifting up to the 1 line, trying to get some sniping shots, like just reversing his way up here, trying to like shoot at the Des Moines that'll be anchoring behind the ACAP. Haragumo, also not something we see commonly on this map. What do you think his job is?
Maybe try to assist the Republic in actually pushing up. Like, I expect them to go pretty heavy on A here.
Yeah, we saw Ban CV running Haragumo Des Moines on the ACAP the last time we played that.
Dear.
That was the north side though, and that was Strangers 123 in the Haragumo, and he ate a top from Baz right after Blood Legend. He ate several tops from Baz, so let's not talk about that game.
Can you shut up? Yeah, thanks. So, if you talk about deployment, yeah, I was right. A7 is sending 7 ships to the left.
Aha. Yes.
So they have Des Moines, Ohio going towards C. Meanwhile, all 3 DDs are like currently orientated towards A. Maybe 2 of them might just stop at B, which still leaves like 5 ships going towards A.
So we were completely wrong about the light A flank. Anyway, we will go with so
I said heavy A. Fuck off.
I said light A during the initial like pre-game preamble, and it looks like MNF are going to be doing the same deployment they had last time. They're going to be sending Des Moines, Marso, Shimakaze, Des Moines, Ohio over at the A cap, and then to C cap they'll be sending Ohio, Goliath, Moskva, Z52. It's all going to be a case of how quickly do they recognize they have nothing to push into at C, and they just need to like get going. They have a Moskva, they have an Ohio, they can push with those ships. The Goliath might struggle a little bit in the push, but he should be able to just like turn back and start kiting and help out his A force once they realize what's going on. Looking at the deployment of this Shimakaze, Des Moines, and Ohio above B, it looks like they're all turning in very early, so we could be seeing some interesting things. Looks like
the same actually with A7's gearing Des Moines. The gearing is in front of the Des Moines, ready to smoke up as soon as he gets spotted.
Yeah.
And the Des Moines is just gonna go to the middle island.
Yeah, we saw this in a couple of previous cuts where basically it used to be 2 Petropavlovsks who would park here, and they would both be looking towards the A cap, trying to provide crossfire, and then it was just a race to see which team could DPM the opposing Petropavlovsk or Des Moines down. Obviously, Petropavlovsk banning this one. Radar coming out from the Des Moines south of the B cap will be picking up the Shimakaze counter radar, probably about to come in from Dr. Yuke's Des Moines as well. Marceau at the A cap going to be taking a lot of attention.
Yeah, they're both spotted.
Yeah, 5,000 health already taken down.
They should be making it to the islands though.
Shots into the smoke screen picks up 10,000 on that Des Moines, and there's more fire coming in as well. Ohio looking for the cross shots of Shoot You Come. Looks like the Marceau will be able to disengage successfully. Gonna drop some tops on the way back around just to try and catch the other Marceau pushing into him.
I don't think they're gonna spot each other here. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Yuke and his Des Moines down to half HP because of that radar and then the Hydra of the enemy Des Moines. It's like I said, it's this DPM race. How quickly can you take it down? Yep. More shots coming in from the Ohio.
The Republic actually like really paying off already. It was fast enough to get an angle on the Des Moines earlier.
Yeah. So he's going to be behind this island now, but he's now about to ram his Shimakaze into the island. That's going to be a bit of an uncomfortable situation.
This is really unpleasant, especially since like the Des Moines side was going to be active for a while.
Yeah. Those Des Moines will both be spotting each other through the island. The problem is the green team have nothing to shoot at.
Harugumo took a top. Harugumo took 2 tops. Harugumo took 3 tops and just dies. Oh no.
Oh dear. Those torpedoes that we mentioned earlier on as he came around the back of the island looking for the Marceau instead catches the Harugumo. They do get the cap and they can still defend that cap 1-1 trade. But you don't want to give up a ship for that.
We actually saw the idea of the Harugumo here. You can spam this Des Moines without any problems whatsoever from there.
Oh, unfortunately, the Harugumo's now dead, so...
Yeah, that's actually quite an issue.
More
so now they need to find another way to actually kill this Des Moines.
They're trying to lob it over several island chains, but they're just not managing to do it right now. The Ohio's also looking for long-range shots.
I mean, they just need to push up with their Republic, Des Moines, Moskva, blob there. The Des Moines is gonna die eventually. It's gonna take them a little bit longer.
Yeah, the Marceau of MNF has also managed to get spotted again.
MNF Shimmer actually got caught here by the gearing a little bit. Like, the Shimmer still spotted by Des Moines Hydro, but the gearing just drove around the corner and shot.
Yeah, and he's stuck himself against that rock, so his reversing is going to be a bit of a struggle. This Des Moines and this gearing probably both going to go down relatively soon, unless they get some reinforcements in.
The Shimmer needs to try to fuck off, honestly. He can't stay there.
Just say no and leave.
Yeah, the problem is his orientation is not great. The gearing is still there. Okay, now the Hydra ended, so if he wants to leave, he needs to do it right now.
They still have the Hydra running on the A7 Des Moines for a little bit longer. But World Spawn... Oh, they see the radar coming out, so no, now is not the time to fuck off. This is when you will get stuck more. Des Moines north of ACAP takes a big hit. I'm assuming that's from the Republic. And we see...
Yeah, about 20k.
We see that the push over at the seaside hasn't really happened yet. The Moskva and the Ohio have come through, but the Goliath's going all the way at the 10 line. He's just basically shot-blocking himself in the fight. He does actually... The Z-52 gets spotted over there as well in front of the Des Moines. Loses half of his health.
The problem is that there's not nothing on the C-cap side. Like, you need to push through an Ohio and Des Moines, and that's not trivial. Especially if you have a Z-52 that doesn't really provide you anything. Like, your smoke screen is kind of shit. And if they're just kiting away, your torps are unlikely to actually hit something.
Back at the A-cap, the Des Moines is once again spotted along with the Shimakaze, and there'll be shells raining in. The Ohio from across the map takes him down, and this leaves the Shimakaze all on his own. The gearing can quite easily go in for a 1v1.
I think the Shima's just gonna leave now.
I think the Shima has to leave now.
Yeah. Yeah, this Des Moines was gonna die eventually. Like, this position is, you know, I think we talked about it already. There should be a giant pile of Salems and Des Moines under the water here.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous spot for your Des Moines, Petropavlovsk, or whatever cruiser. It's everybody knows that this position is very effective, so you have to try and remove that linchpin so you can push forward through it. For some reason, the Shimakaze is trying to cap on his way out of there. I really would not recommend that. He just needs to leave.
I mean, the Des Moines radar is down, so he can actually just do that. He needs to be really careful, though. Yeah, A7 is starting to crash at the Ohio on the A-cap. Which makes sense. They don't really have any resistance at this point. It's literally just the Des Moines behind an island and this Ohio. So they can't really stop this push at all. I wouldn't be surprised if this Ohio actually doesn't even manage to escape. Actually, 07's Des Moines might overpeak here a little bit, but the Ohio is shooting the Moskva instead. Not really doing anything because it's a Moskva Baron.
Yeah, turns out that Moskva Baron are quite tanky.
Yeah. Unless you get, like, magically guided shells and hit front hits, which on a Moskva you can.
So looking at the points, we see that A7 are now going to take a two cap advantage. They're going to start taking points, and the push through C is making a bit of ground, but they've lost a lot of health on their Z-52 to do it. Z-52 can link up with the Shimakaze, try to make something happen against the gearing, but they have to be very careful with the Des Moines. The Ohio is still being whittled down. However, the Des Moines got himself spotted. The Ohio might look for a couple of shots on him. No, the Ohio isn't interested at all. He's going to continue shooting at the bow on Moskva.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what this is about. Like, he might actually just die now.
Yeah, he needed to stop shooting a while ago. He's still burning a fire, trying to get himself out of there.
And that's like one of these weird secondary no concealment Ohios.
Well, he's got himself dark. And he's popped his Damacon.
Yeah, he should be fine for now, but he's just very low now. And A7 is very free to just relocate their forces towards B now, which is exactly what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they have a very high health Marceau, who can start being like the sort of frontline back up the gearing. They won
this
some
is actually
trades.
like DD on DD action going on B soon.
Yeah.
MNF sending 3 DDs into the B cap. A7 is relocating their stuff into B as well.
They don't have a Hydra running right now, and those torpedoes could be quite dangerous. If this Des Moines continues to reverse in front of them, we do see a radar coming out, so he will spot the Shima with the radar. Shimakaze now has to get behind this island if possible. He's turned out, which is going to give the Des Moines more time to get shots in. Now, because he turned out, he's still lobbable.
Yep.
He got the rest of his torpedoes off, but I think the Des Moines will be expecting them all, considering how broadside that Shima was to him.
Yeah. Yeah, the Marceaus are spotting each other. MNF's Marceau way lower though. He can't take this fight.
Yep, the wall of skill has arrived. They will all be spotted by the gearing. The Des Moines not going to be anywhere near them.
And now Z-52 spotted as well. Also taking quite a bit of damage.
Marceau managed to beach, but he's not going to be punished very heavily.
He's far enough away for it to not matter that much.
Have a look at the pushing force over at the C flank, and this push, like, it's not really getting
This
anywhere.
push is kind of getting nowhere. Also, the mosque was
Oh.
exposed a lot, and yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that. That was not a good idea.
Oh. There's a couple of more salvos still coming in to just, like, make sure there's no survivors. So we pick back into the B cap. We see that the gearing is spotted by the Marceau, but they have no way to jump onto him. Meanwhile, the Republique, however, does have shots. The Marceau does have the engine speed to get away from them, but he does take one of them on the back.
They really can't afford to lose any more health on any ships. They're down a lot of HP. Oh god, is that bad here, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Marceau.
the Moskva actually has clear shots. Like, that's the problem. They can't even see the Moskva doing this move, basically through the middle of the map.
Z52 goes down. Marceau is going to be next to follow. Gearing going to be jumping out in front of the Marceau, and the Moskva also still has shots on it.
Yeah, I don't think MNF has a way back here.
Not really, no. Their Ohio and the Des Moines are still completely zoned out of the fight.
They might get the Des Moines kill because the Des Moines is getting out of map. But they're super out of position at this point, and all the LEDs are dying.
Marceau with 71 health, going to be using that engine boost to try and juke as many shells as possible.
He is unspotted now, so he might actually survive.
Des Moines should have a raid already, though, right? Last time he used it was to get that shimmer kill. That was a couple of minutes ago.
Maybe?
If only there was a way we could tell.
I mean, A7 doesn't really care at this point, right?
Yeah, they can just send the Marceau chasing after it. One
They
shot
can
kill.
send the gearing chasing after if they want
The enemy
to.
is about
Here
to
comes
hit.
the radar.
The Ohio on the push taking a lot of damage as well.
Marceau gets behind an island. And apparently, because I had Ovechkin in my last game, because I played Summers, we have Ovechkin's voiceover for the command for the enemy's about to win. Isn't that nice?
Ah, wargaming.
Yeah.
I should have played Goliath. I have jingles on him.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Ohio trying
Ohio.
to make a gamer turn, gets punished severely for it. This is just done.
Yeah, Marine National Francais getting outmaneuvered at every post. They got the early pick on the Haraguma with some lucky torpedoes, but they couldn't quite convert it. The Des Moines got farmed down. They weren't able to counter farm the opposing Des Moines. The push at C-Cap just didn't manage to get anywhere because of the kiting Ohio and Des Moines.
Potentially losing half his health to Ohio server as well.
There goes the Ohio. Down to 4 ships, but I don't think any of them are going to be able to do much.
Yeah.
100 points left ticking. C-Cap is being taken by the Marceau.
Well, this is gonna be one map for A7, but it was also A7's pick, so it's not super surprising.
Goliath now in a million-way crossfire.
It's fine. You only have a Marceau in your front, you have an Ohio Des Moines up your ass, you have a Republic on your side. I don't see any issue. You win those.
Ah, you'll be fine. They have the enemy right where they want them. Everywhere. It's a target-rich
Yeah.
environment.
Exactly.
Salvo coming out towards the Des Moines, I was very concerned that I was about to hit the unspotted Marceau behind him.
The game is gonna end very soon. The Goliath death, never mind. Then take out. Yep.
There we go. A7 going to be taking map number 1.
Good job.
However, this is a best of 3 series. Let me put you on the winner screen anyway. Because, you know, we're cool like that. We have, like, things.
Uh-huh.
And our next map will be going into Warrior's Path. So,
Exactly.
Henning, tell me about Warrior's Path. And why it's your favourite map. I know the previous map was your favourite map, but tell me why this one is now your favourite map.
I hate it, and it should die in a hole.
Understandable. So why do you think it needs to die in a hole? What do you what?
So the problem with Warrior's Path is usually like you can push over 2 sides, and you have to keep control over B while doing it. You either go for C or you go for A heavy, right? The problem is that relocating from A to C and vice versa takes a long time, which is why you don't want to do it. And from my experience, if you go for heavy A, you have a really hard time controlling B with it. Like, you need to push all the way down into the enemy spawn before you get any advantage out of pushing from A. And a heavy push on C just has the advantage of, getting control of this stupid channel between B and C. That is actually really strong to hold it.
Yeah, so basically how this map usually devolves is there's a very static fight happens at A, a very static fight happens at C, something weird pushes through the middle of B, and then both teams win one of the two caps, and then there's a big meeting of just clusterfuckery in the middle of B cap, and then a fiesta happens, and then we come out the other side with a winner. So this is all going to boil down to which team is the better at fiestaing.
Yeah, Warrior's path wasn't changed since last card's fight.
I don't believe Warrior's changed. It's had a couple of changes, but those are just bug fixes because of there was like...
Oh yeah, submarine.
Yeah, there was an underwater island between B and C, which you could get your Moskva or Petro or Stalingrad caught on top of, which we found to our delight during clan battles when we were trying to do a push. And like, you've got two ships pushing up, and you're about to like go make a push on the enemy ship up there, and then all of a sudden it's like, why have you stopped? I'm stuck. What do you mean you stuck? I'm stuck.
I'm stuck. They're literally in the middle of the water.
I can't fight this alone. I'm stuck. What do I do? Yeah. So we learned to not push that way and go a different way instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Spawn has a little bit of a better position in B usually because, like, there's the single small island on the right of the B cap.
Yeah.
That is like a bit more oriented to the south, which actually gives their south an advantage here. Or at least usually it does. It's kind of weird.
Right, so there's a couple of questions in my Twitch chat regarding the North Carolina Permacamel. If you have completed the King of the Sea collection and you get one Twitch drop, you will then, in the next patch, 0.10.10, be able to get the drop. So we are currently in 0.10.9. If you complete the King of the Sea collection, you get the Tier 7 premium ship. If you complete another drop after that, you'll be eligible to get the mission once the patch goes live for the North Carolina King of the Sea Camel. And if you are currently on the World of Warships official channel, you are not eligible to get drops. You have to click on through to one of the channels that is being hosted to come get your drops. So come on over to twitch.tv/Pinzo or twitch.tv/Quagsire of the Pond or any of the other streamers that are available today, and you will be eligible to get that drop. Was that a good plug, Henning? Are you proud of me?
Yes. You did a good job.
I did a great job. Also, if you go to Quagsire of the Pond's Twitch channel, he has a shitload of giveaway codes with no entrance. So go to his channel and enter all of his giveaways and make him do loads of work.
Nice. I'm gonna do giveaways today after each best of 3. Because, hey, I have 10 codes and there's 5 best of 3s.
Wonderful. I have 25 codes, so my moderators are currently working overtime. Yeah. Thank you, DMC.
As a DMC's turn today.
Yeah. We had Vanyup yesterday. Alright. Apparently we have, like, training room issues, and people don't see people on the right teams.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It never happened before.
Yeah. Apparently A7 is ready. MNF, I think, are readying up their last player now, but we have no idea.
Who the fuck knows?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically we're not behind in schedule yet, even though we restarted once.
I mean, we're 4 minutes behind already. Actually, no, we have a...
I mean, I would say 5 minutes between the individual games is pretty good.
Yeah, and then we can quickly find the M3 if this goes 2-0. Like, that's our, like... If we go 2-0, we find another game and be like, hey, let us in!
Yeah.
And we panic to get all the overlays set up. Not even joking, it's like a thing.
Yeah. You would be surprised how many buttons we have to press to get the overlays straight.
No, it's and then we have like Henning has a spreadsheet open in another tab with all the team information. I have like a million different Discord channels that I'm currently clicking through to make sure everything's like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Everything's yeah. Where's the game updates channel? That's the one that one, isn't it? I think we ping Yuzo and be like, hey Yuzo, give game Yuzo. I like how they're asking if the streamers are ready. The streamers are always ready. We're always just filling time. So we're going to be getting on into game number 2, A7 versus MNF. This time taking place on Warriors Path, 1-0 in the series so far for A7.
Who does have which spawn, for fuck's sake?
We are on the regular game scene.
Alright.
So, A7 Green Team will be running Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Minotaur, Napoli, Double Moskva, Gearing, Marceau.
Okay. I have Double Ohio, Des Moines, Salem, Goliath, Moskva, Maso, Z52, and Shimakaza.
Right, what are we talking about first? Do we talk about the Minotaur or the Napoli?
Minotaur is not that unusual.
It is, though, because, if you remember, in this series, they banned Stalingrad. Stalingrad overmatches Minotaur. The other ships that you would bring to overmatch a Minotaur is a Henry IV, but you just kind of forget that's a thing with the with Stalingrad ban. So
this is why MNF bought Goliath, because Goliath overmatches Minotaur as well.
it does, but good luck actually hitting the Minotaur with that shell velocity.
I was sarcastic.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this Napoli pick as well. We haven't seen very many Napolis.
Yeah.
It's very tanky. It's terrible for DPM, but it's very good at brawling. Yeah, it has the old Italian magnetic torpedoes where you've dropped your torpedoes and then about a minute later you forget that you dropped torpedoes and you get a torpedo hit ribbon and you're like, what the fuck did I just hit? So, yeah, I didn't remember firing torpedoes. Right, let's take a look at these initial deployments. So A7 Green Team will be sending a Marceau, Napoli, Minotaur over to the A cap. To the B cap, they will be sending absolutely nothing. They might rotate this Des Moines down to get a bow in position here, unsure for now. And then over at the C cap, they're doing a very, very heavy push. They have Ohio, Moskva, Kremlin, Des Moines, Moskva, Gearing. That's a lot of ships.
Yeah, they go for the C side approach, which makes sense considering, well, I already said that A side has the issue of being further away from B and it takes longer.
Yeah. What's your initial deployment?
MNF is sending more of a balanced split here. They have Shimmer, Goliath, Des Moines, and Ohio going for the A side, Z52 going into the B cap, which is very not surprising. Meanwhile, Marceau, Moskva, and Ohio are gonna go C. I'm expecting the Salem to park below B.
Yeah, so
Somewhere.
Z52 is going to be taking this cap pretty much for free. Doesn't look like anything's coming into contest him, unless his Moskva position's down. But even then, he can just park behind the island, should be safe from the radar, and he should have support from Salem, Ohio, Moskva if anything tries to contest him. The real thing is going to be this kiting
Z52
force.
actually taking a really risky approach here, but he should be fine. He's getting radared now.
Yeah, he got caught by that Moskva's radar. And apparently you can see a radar on the minimap view, which is great. I didn't know about that. He's left the cap, which is surprising.
Yeah, he had to. He can't risk. He doesn't really know what else is behind the N6 line, so he doesn't want to get shot by it. He's still stopping in a way that he still can get shot at, but
yeah, Salvo comes in, manages to dodge it. Actually, he doesn't manage to dodge it. He takes a big chunk from that. He loses about 4k. The
Marceau on the C cap also got spotted briefly. And holy hell, that's a lot of focus fire for being spotted for like 2 seconds. He also needs to dodge these tops. I hope he does that.
Well, let's go find out. A7's Marceau in the background did take the A cap.
It's reversing. That's dangerous. Okay.
That is very dangerous. He does have the French engine boost though, so he should be able to accelerate in between these quite happily, as long as he doesn't overdrift.
Nice, fine. He is fine.
Radar comes out from his friendly Moskva, going to be picking up the enemy Moskva of Deliarty, and also the gearing of Francis, and Francis just takes a massive salvo into the side of him.
The Moskva had like 6 out of 6 there, holy shit.
Yeah. Why does my Moskva do that? This is what you say because you can't aim. Another salvo comes in. Hits him again, doesn't get 6 out of 6 this time. Going to be sending that gearing limping away.
I mean, he did a lot of damage to that gearing, so that's really nice. Meanwhile, the Marceau can just reverse into the cap again, because
Moskva's radar is down. They don't have a backup. Well, they do have a backup radar, but the Des Moines of Mateos is nowhere near in position just yet. Yeah. Z52 still hasn't managed to take that B cap.
Apparently, the Salem also took like half his health somewhere. Probably got shot by the Ohio with the spotter plane over the island.
Napoli needs to be very careful of some torpedoes on this 2 line. I think he's managed to get in between them all. Although he is showing... Oh, they've expired. Never mind. Shimmer obviously not running 20km torpedoes.
Uh-huh. It's gonna be interesting to see what's happening in A now. MNF does have the ship advantage, so they need to play for advantage here.
Well, this is the thing.
There
This is a solid kiting force. Minotaur, Napoli, and Marceau. Marceau just with the speed, Napoli with the general tankiness, Minotaur with stealth and its own radar to try and spot the things spotting them. That's a very nice kiting force.
I mean, they can just put the Shimmer into A for now, just get the cap.
The kiting force works a lot better when you don't get Ohio, though. Z52 is going to be once again spotted by a radar, but he is going to take the B cap this time. Going to be a lot bolder.
Des Moines and Ohio and A are now pushing up, but the A7 Ohio from above the B cap is trying to get core shots on that. Just hit the Ohio for like 20k across the map. Was a massive shot.
Kremlin pushing through the C cap.
Yeah, here we go. You literally can't do anything about a Kremlin doing this move unless you send like
your own Kremlin.
Clip. You could send a Kleber if it wasn't banned, you know.
They're also sending the Ohio into the B cap at the same time.
Yep. That's like Warriors Path in a nutshell.
Yep.
Just put all your stuff on B and then tell the enemy team, yeah, go deal with it.
A cap going to be the same thing. Ohio pushing in A along with the Des Moines and the Shimakaze. Ohio is being whittled down slowly by this combined firepower of the Marceau, Napoli, Minotaur. The Minotaur has taken quite a lot of damage on his exit route, though.
He was basically just using his HP, honestly. It's a Minotaur. He's not gonna die unless he, like, really overstays his welcome, which he kinda is. He needs to be careful not to get caught by the Des Moines, yeah.
Moskva radar out at the B cab. Going to be seeing the Salem's going to also be counter-radaring. Ohio gets a salvo out at the Z52. Doesn't land a single shell. The Moskva, however, does. The Salem now realizes that he has an Ohio bearing down him, and he's going to be doing all stations retreat. Just get back, get back, get back. I don't want to deal with this. Thank you very much.
The Salem's actually hilariously stuck on this rock now.
Moskva, north of the C cap, took a big chunk from the Ohio from MNF as well, and they still haven't managed to get the C cap. However, the Des Moines is now in a position he should be able to get into it if he chooses to, reversing behind this island.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get B for free here, and they're gonna get C eventually, which gives them 2 caps for 1.
Yeah,
with their ships in a perfect position to just defend both caps. And that's exactly what's happening in Warriors Path all the time.
So the kiting force of Napoli, Minotaur, Marceau might actually get the kill on this Ohio. He's down to 25% and burning. Torpedoes coming towards him as well.
Yeah. Like, he should have turned around a while ago.
The best time to turn around was a while ago. The next best time to turn around is now. He can still get himself out of there. He doesn't need to keep pushing into this. Cross shots coming in from the Ohio. Nothing.
Doesn't do anything. It's an Ohio shooting at like 24 kilometers.
Yes, if you're a Des Moines, that's terrifying.
Even then, like, hitting anything at 24 kilometers with an Ohio requires the enemy to just not be aware of yourself or not dodging.
Well, there's another salvo coming
slow.
This time it's aimed for the Goliath. Fair chunk.
Yes. I'm not sure if this Ohio is actually surviving.
No,
also can just turn around and farm the West Arm.
Is there anything to stop him? No, the Goliath and the Des Moines not exactly well suited to taking down this Marceau from that angle, at least anyway.
A7 still didn't get C. That's surprising now.
Yeah, they do have the Des Moines in a position to do so. They also have the gearing in position to do so. I'm not sure why they haven't done it. They only have one radar holding them out.
I mean, it's not like they're running out of time. They still have plenty of time, in fact.
Yeah.
But they have to get it eventually.
Torpedoes going through B. I'm not sure how many of those are going to hit that Ohio. I think he's taken actually more than a couple.
Oh, those are Shiva tops, aren't they?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that hurt. Holy
Yes.
hell.
Meanwhile, the one-line Ohio has got another heel gunning. He's going to be running away from that Marceau as much as he can. But I think Shoot You Come needs to also make a hasty retreat.
He might be dead. He might be dead already. There's a Des Moines farming his broadside, and he did use damage con, and there's more torps coming from him. I think he's... Oh, they went out. Okay, never mind.
That Des Moines is slightly overextended, though. He is in the face of both a Kremlin and an Ohio. Salvo comes in from the Ohio.
He's chancing it a little bit, but they need to get this Ohio kill.
Oh
god.
Des Moines took
and he got
bow
punished for it.
Yeah.
Whip.
They're going to take the trade on the Ohio. I don't know if this Kremlin has another
Unfortunate.
salvo incoming. When the
MNF
salvo comes
Ohio.
out.
MNF Ohio on the one line is still alive, but he is burning at 5k HP. He is running a heal right now, but...
Des Moines survives the salvo. Back to the Ohio.
Like, he's gonna die eventually. Like, the Maso just turned in, the Napoli turned in. They just gotta chase this guy down.
The Goliath's coming to help out, but I think it's a bit too little too late for that.
I think the Napoli can always, like, smoke and fuck off. That's, like, one of the advantages. You can just do this and then just say, okay, I've killed this guy, I've had enough, I'm gonna leave.
Minotaur and Des Moines going to be radaring each other.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm not even sure if the Des Moines... I think the Minotaur can just solo kill the Des Moines here. Also, there's torps.
Ohio goes down.
Yeah, these torps are not great.
Oh, those torps are fantastic. What are you talking about?
But
Right, so A7 now with a one ship lead and one cap down, because the Z52 has got himself back into Bravo, is going to be retaking that, and that's going to swing the point advantage back into the favor of MNF.
problem is they're gonna lose A now. They lost like too much. Minotaur can come back and wait the shimmer away, and Napoli and Maso are enough to just bully this Goliath as well. There's not really anything MNF can do here. They would have to relocate forces to A, and it takes quite a while.
Just use the teleporting more so.
Uh-huh.
It's the hidden consumable of the French destroyer, teleportation. You get from one cap to the other side of the map, and nobody knows how the fuck you managed to do it. Torpedoes from the Shimakaze coming towards the A cap. I'm not sure. Oof, those are actually relatively close to them also. A lot of ships opening up onto this Goliath right now. That's a lot of focus fire. So Napoli,
The
Minotaur.
Goliath actually turned in here. That's bold.
He's trying to soak up some of the damage.
Minotaur's not gonna do much if he keeps being angry like this. The Maso is gonna do a lot though, and the Napoli... Like, the Napoli threatens port side salvos here.
Yeah, and his
Seriously?
secondaries are currently raining down though. I'm not sure how much like pen the Napoli secondaries have. I don't know whether there's enough to pen the Goliath all over. If it is, he's going to be suffering.
I think he's suffering already.
Yeah, getting caught bowing. The Shimakaze's coming to smoke him up, but they do have a Minotaur right there, ready to radar him when they do.
In before the Goliath devastates the Minnow through the front now, because, you know...
Because
No, he
overmatch.
doesn't.
Cross shots coming in from the Kremlin on the Ohio though. These could be the end finishing blow. Takes him down. And now the Shimakaze has revealed himself in front of the Minotaur, who is in radar range, in front of the Napoli in secondary range.
It's fine. He needs... but he needs...
The Minotaur's radar might still be on cooldown from the Des Moines encounter not too long ago. Keep an eye on that.
Meanwhile, on the C cap, MNS Ohio decided, you know what, I kind of need to go. And then he went.
Yep, the Moskva also decided to go. He's got himself into the cap. Shimakaze finally gets spotted in front of the Minotaur and the Napoli.
This is actually slightly dangerous for A7 here. The C-side push, this can actually work.
So the Shimakaze has managed to find the perfect angle where he can bounce both the sap of the Napoli and the AP of the Minotaur.
Well,
Isn't that handy?
yep. So the question is, will A7's Des Moines have suffer the same fate as MNF's Des Moines earlier? Doesn't take sits on the first few guns.
Oh, he's turning broadside to those gearing torpedoes though.
Yeah, and he doesn't really get that much damage on the Des Moines, unfortunately. So he might actually just die here.
Takes one.
That's
Marcel's gonna be
HP
up
really
now.
can't afford to lose though.
And now he's kind of broadside to this Moskva. He's got 2 fires burning.
They are gonna kill the Des Moines. But it's gonna...
The Ohio's,
The Ohio's
unspotted.
actually spotted for now.
Yeah, the gearing was hiding behind the rock there.
So it really depends on how many heals this Ohio has left. I think it should be quite a few.
Torpedoes towards the Moskva should be... Well, he's going to take one, I think, on the bow. I don't think he can get himself in between that gap.
No, it should be fine.
Okay, apparently he can.
Well done.
Alright, so let's assess the situation. So, A7 currently up 2 caps to 1. Currently up 1 ship. They have no way of getting back into the A cap for the Shimakaze and the Salem. The Z52 is being zoned out of the B cap by a Kremlin, Marceau, and Moskva combination. However, they do have the Moskva. The Moskva and the Marceau can make a pick onto this gearing, but I'm not sure what they can do after that. Because the Ohio's too low to do much.
They can't really contest B. There's too much stuff there. What they need to do is actually play for A here. I think the Salem just needs to turn in and go for a hero play on the A cap. It's only a Minotaur and Napoli, so he actually has realistic chances of catching someone out there.
Well, he does have reinforcements from the Shimakaze and the Z52, but...
They're not gonna provide much.
Yeah. Short of some lucky torpedoes.
Like, if the Moskva Marceau somehow get the gearing, that would be
Final
nice,
in
but it's
5
like,
minutes.
probably not gonna happen.
Bow-in trading between the Moskva and the Kremlin happening between that BC gap. They're just going to hold each other at bay for a while.
Yeah, I'm not sure how successful it's gonna be for the Moskva. I don't think that's a worthwhile trade to go for.
Well, he's not spotted right now.
Yeah, he's just hiding man that I don't know. Well, now he's spotted again.
The Salem is getting into position to make the hero play. Have we seen
The
if this
Salem's
is
biggest concern is like Bamel.
Have we seen if this is a radar Salem or a hydro Salem yet?
I actually don't know. He
Minotaur
does
radar
find the
comes
Minotaur.
out. Z52 going to be dropping a smoke screen. Needs to be very careful because there is cross shots coming in from the Marceau. There is going to be a Napoli just there.
And the Minotaur unfortunately is angling.
And that smoke screen is quite unfortunate because I think the Minotaur is about to get unspotted. And they're going to stay spotted.
Oh, they actually lose. MNF is actually losing their own Marceau here. He went for a YOLO play on the Moskva on the seaside. Quite an interesting play. I mean, I guess it was worth trying. This is kind of desperation mode at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to make something happen. Minotaur has been forced out the cap. Then
Yeah,
get the
it's too late,
Z52
though.
in there. Yep, they're down.
A7 is missing 10 points.
Yeah. If that Marceau had, like, not made that play, they might have been able to make something happen, but unfortunately, they did not. So, congratulations to A7. They will take this series 2-0. They will move on to the winners bracket. MNF not eliminated yet. They will still have to go into the losers bracket, and they will be able to have to win 2 best-of-3s in a row to make it into the group stage tomorrow. But I'm going to go fight if I can find us another game. Henning, I'll let you do some post-match analysis. I have some DMs.